This video is going to go over how to set up the LandingSumoWP19 WordPress theme. The end result should look something similar to this here. You have different sections, a lot of different content. You even have this slide out menu here. So let's get to it. So from the WordPress dashboard, once you install the theme or FTP it, I'll go ahead and activate it. You'll see these notices up here that this theme requires a couple plugins, the MetaBox and the Redux framework. So you'll want to install these plugins and activate them. You can go ahead and click it if you don't have them installed. I'm going to go into my plugins and I already have them installed here, so just activate them. And as you activate them, you notice that the messages went away. So the first thing that we want to do is go into Pages, Add New, and we'll want to create the home page. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it Home. And over here in the templates, we need to set it to use the home page template. Publish that page. And then go into Settings, Reading. And we'll want to set that to our static home page to use. We want the front page to use the home page template that we just created. So we'll save that. If you reload the front end of your site, you notice that you'll kind of get the base structure going on here a little bit. We have the menu, but nothing's in there yet. So to start getting set up, we'll want to go into the options. And you'll notice that we have a layout manager. And the first thing you'll see that the banner is currently enabled, so you can enable and disable certain sections of the site. So all these different sections correspond to different sections of the theme, of course. So, for example, if we don't want to have that banner on the home page, we can just disable it, reload the front end, and you'll see that it's gone. So over this video, we're going to, of course, activate each one of these. So we have the banner section. When it goes into this 2-column type of area, I think that's the call to action area. Then we go into the speakers, put that in there. Then we have topics and schedule, topics, schedule, and of course you can rearrange these however you'd like. You don't have to use them all, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it look like this demo here. So then we have testimonials and pricing. Testimonials, pricing, and then logos and contact. We have the logos and then this contact area. So let's go ahead and save that, see what it looks like. So you'll see here that we have this banner area, we have this call to action, we have this schedule, doesn't have any content in here, and also a few other sections that don't have content, and then this contact area, and then of course the footer. So to change the content, we'll go of course back to the layout manager, and underneath here we have all these different options and text fields to manage these different sections. So for example, this banner image, we can upload a different banner image and that'll replace this background image. And then you can change this copy right here, and that'll change the copy that's currently right here, including the content and the buttons. If you don't need both of those buttons, or maybe you need to add buttons, you can see that those buttons are right there. So then we go into this call, the Cta Module, which stands for call to action, and that's both of these areas here. We have this area and then this area. So right here we have a call to action for the left side, so that's of course on this side over here. And then you can change the background image if you want, or if you don't want a background image, you can make it a background color. So you can easily change out those colors. I'll do an example real quick. Pick red, save changes, reload the front end. You'll see that it went to red. So I'll clear that, save changes. We'll go back to the default. So of course you can pick a color, you can upload an image. Same for the right side. Change the content, pick an image or a color. And then we go to the schedule section, which is right here. It says uncategorized. So right now we just have the header in here, which is right here. So you can manage that header. So to start populating these different schedule content that looks like this here, we need to go into this schedule custom post type right here, and we need to add a new. So as you can see here in the demo, we have a time, and then we have, you know, the title here, and then you can open it up and see some content about that. So let's go ahead and add some content here. Welcome and register. I'm just going to add some filler content here. And for the time, I'll just follow this demo here. Put 9 a.m. And we'll make this day 1. Add category. So if we publish that and we reload the front end, you'll see that day 1 is here and it has the first category. This is showing up because it's the category, so we actually need to go into this categories area, and what we can do is edit this and call it day 2, day 2, save that, and then when we add a new one for the day 2 area, same welcome and register, add some filler content again, and put day 2, I think it was same time. And when we reload the front end again, we'll have day 1 and day 2. So as you continue to add content and add new schedule items, it'll automatically populate this area. And you can also add, maybe if you have day 3, day 4, it'll continue to add these side by side, which is pretty neat. Another thing that you'll notice is on the demo we have some content above each one. You can add that content by going into the category and editing it and adding a little bit of description about it. And then when you reload, you'll see that that content about that category, about each one. So we'll need to do that for day 2 as well. Let's put some content in there. Reload. You'll see that content is being added. So you can continue to, again, add schedule items and they will automatically populate each one under each one of these, as well as different categories for different days. Alright, so that covers that area. Let's go down to the testimonials. So again, we have this testimonials custom post type. What we need to do is just add new and put some content in here and put some name and publish. Open the front end of our site, reload. If you scroll down, you notice that we have a testimonial here now with the content, with the name, and also this image. So as you add more testimonials, let's go ahead and add another one. and reload, it'll be a carousel and it'll flip through each one of the testimonials. So you'll see that it went to Bob Smith. So you might be wondering, can you change this image? Well, of course you can. You just go into options, and on your layout, your homepage manager, you scroll down to the bottom here, and you'll see that this testimonial background image, and you can just upload a new image to use in that area. So that's pretty cool. Next item we have here is the pricing. And if you go into the options panel again, you'll see that we have this pricing section. So the pricing actually uses a certain page. We have the pricing header, and we have the pricing HTML code for underneath the pricing content. So that would be like these 4 items right here. This would be the page content, and then that's of course the header. So these items right here will be displayed right here. So let's go ahead and set up this page. So what we need to do is go and create a new page. Pages, add new, call it pricing. And if you switch over to visual mode, you notice that there's this little pricing button here. If you click that pricing button, it'll automatically create these 2 pricing areas for you with shortcodes. So this is just filler content for you. You can go through here and change, the plan name, the title of it, the cost, where you want the button to go, the button text, and so on. So what we need to do is just publish this. Go back over into the options, and then in our pricing section down here, we just need to set it to use that page. So we'll set pricing. So let's save that. And then when we reload the front end, you'll see that we have this pricing section now. So we have the title from our theme options. We have those 4 little areas, which are again set right here. See, do you accept PayPal? It's this first one right here, do you accept PayPal? And this is those pricing content that we set up in the pricing page. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. Nice little section for you there. So the next area we have here is the logos. So as you probably imagine, we have these logos area. So we just need to add new. And you can name it whatever you want, but we just need to add all the images. So let's select jQuery, we'll name it jQuery, publish, and then if you reload the front end again, you'll see that our first logo is being put in here. So as you add more, they'll automatically get populated for you. Publish that. See that they get added in order. So then the last section we have here is the content area, and if you go into our options area and you scroll down, you'll see that we have this contact area here. So this is all the content that's being displayed in this area here. And you'll notice that we have this form field here. If you, whatever newsletter client you use, like MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact, whatever, you can get their form code and just insert your own custom form with these classes around there, and it'll automatically style for you. We'll create another video that goes over how to do that, but just know that you can manage all this content in HTML and display whatever you'd want in here. So a couple other little items here. We have the footer area. So from our options panel, if you go into footer, you can change that HTML code on the left hand side. So it says LandingSumo, which is right here. And we also have this social section where you can enable and disable several different social icons. Right now they're disabled, but if we enable them and save changes and reload, you'll see that all these icons get added. And notice you want to put the URL, the full URL to your Twitter account. So for example, that would be with HTTP. So save changes, reload. See that this will now go to Twitter. And if you don't want to display one, say we don't want Facebook, we just save changes, take out what's in the field, reload. You'll notice that the Facebook icon is now gone. So whichever ones you don't want to use, just delete whatever, leave the field empty. Another thing you can do is, arrange the order. If you want Facebook above Twitter or whatever, you can easily do that. Alright, and that leaves, all we have left now is the menu. So what we can do is go into Appearance, Menus. I didn't save changes, so I'm getting this little error here, which is fine. But what we need to do is just create a menu area. Create the menu. Once you create the menu with whatever pages that you want to put in here, you just add it to this primary menu location. Save that menu. And then we go check out the menu. You'll see that it shows up right here. So this is just pulling in the title of our site. So if we want to change that, we can go in settings, general. Let's just call it Sumo. Whatever the name of your site is that you're building with this, reload. See that it's pulling in. You can click this X to close it. It's a pretty nice little interesting menu. It works on all different devices. And it'll go to the different sections for you. A couple of the other options that we didn't go over yet are the speakers and topics, but they're pretty easy, just like the other ones. So what we need to do is, of course, go into the speakers custom post type, click add new, give the person a name and a role. So you can see here that the name is right here and then the role right here. So right here under role is put, and again we'll have a name of the person, some filler copy for now, and then set their image. Just get some people's images here. And let's set the featured image. That's a weird looking Bob. Anyway, so as you add them, they'll go down the page and be in two columns like our demo here. So let's go over topics next. So of course we need to go into topics and add new. So these icons that you see right here, you can go to this URL right here and pick all the different icons that are available in this theme. So for example, let's just click on this one. You can see that this is the name we need to use here. So let's go ahead and grab that. This is going to be the circle topic. And let's add some filler content like we have for the other ones. So if we publish that and reload the home page as well, you'll see that they get added. So I'm not going to bore you with adding each individual one, but as you add them, of course, they'll start stacking and adding up like you see here in the demo. So I think that goes over how to set up this theme. So I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.